All right, everybody, welcome back to Study Ball. And the big topic of the week is obviously the Chicago Bears, Matt Nagy's play calling, Justin Fields' play this past Sunday. So I thought, hey, let's break it all down. And I'm going to show you what I saw, and you can make your own determination on whether it was a good plan or a bad plan. If Justin Fields played well, didn't play well, all of those different things. I'm going to throw it in your court, but I'm going to show you what I saw. I got no dogs in this race. And so, it's not about one or the other. I just think, to me, it's always critical to make sure that we're looking at the tape and we're saying, okay, this is what they were trying to do. Was it good? Was it bad? Instead of just listening to people throw a bunch of stuff out there, to me, it's about showing you guys. Now, it's going to take a few sessions of study ball to get through all of the plays. I want to get through all the pass plays and show you a couple of the run plays because people are saying, oh, you should have done more quarterback run plays. Well, they had a number of quarterback read plays in there that he just handed off instead of kept and ran himself. So, again, is that a good call? Is that a bad call? Did you want something that was automatically going to be left in Justin Fields' hands? So all of those questions. And there's different ways to look at it. Is that some people say, well, when you got a young quarterback, you need to keep extra guys in to block for them and protect them. Okay, I understand that theory, and you could give them a little bit more time in the pocket. The problem on the back end is that gives you 3 receivers to be able to attack 7 guys on the defensive side with. In my past, I've always felt like it's harder to be successful when you're blocking a bunch of guys or keeping a bunch of guys in the block because it makes it harder to really attack a defense with only 3 receivers down the field. So I was a guy that liked to have 5 out, get the ball out of my hands, get it into my playmakers' hands, and felt like I got hit less when we got 5 guys out than when we kept 7 guys in to block. And so, again, there's different theories, different ways to do it. You can say, well, maybe it's because this guy doesn't do that well. All that stuff is things you have to determine. A coach has to determine about their player. A player has to decide what I'm good at, what I can do. But I'm going to take you through the tape and show you what I saw, and then I'm going to leave it in your hands to decide how you felt this thing played out last Sunday afternoon. A quarterback read. We're going to read Myles Garrett right here, and he comes up the field. We're going to give it. He crashes. We're going to keep it. So start out the game trying to put it in our playmakers' hands. Okay, you decide. You decide. Never an easy read. I think Myles Garrett's coming down. So if that's the case, and he keeps this right here, you tell me. Is Matt Nagy a genius on the first play? Justin Fields played great. If he pulls this on the first play, and look at this. You got a lead blocker right here. This guy seals it, and you got a big play possibility on the first play of the game with that. Again, quarterback's got to read it. Never had to do that much, so I can't really tell you. I'm just going based off of what I see. Okay? Now we're going to come back and first pass of the game. All right? So this is a play that a bunch of people run. So it's basically a 4 vertical play here, and I'm going to put my best wide receiver, Allen Robinson, one-on-one with a nickel player with all this space out here. So they give him a choice route. He's got the ability to hook, break out, break in, do whatever he wants. And so Matt Nagy is saying, I'm going to make it easy on you. Your best player or our best player against one of their guys, and now you got to win. Good protection. There's a nice pocket right here for him. The only problem is Robinson doesn't really win, right? Doesn't give him a good enough move here. Tries to break inside. Defender's right underneath him. There's really nowhere for Justin Fields to go. I hate this concept. And again, this is a concept that's all around the league, so it's not just a Matt Nagy thing, but he's got nowhere to go. If he reads this, which normally those guys do, you don't have a comeback or anything out here that you can recover to if that guy doesn't win because everybody else is going deep. So he's in a bind because the receiver doesn't win, but does a nice job of getting out of this thing and making a play with his feet. All right, so here we come back with a quick play action right here. Just a token play action, and you're going to see we got a hitch right over to this side with a corner. This particular look, his eyes are over here to this side. He makes the quick fake right there. Throw it. He's looking at it, staring at it. You got the cushion. You got the hitch. Ball out of your hands. For whatever reason, you'll see he kind of double clutches it, clutch. And by that time, and again, not great protection, no idea what this tackle's doing, setting out and allowing Jadeveon Clowney to come right inside of him. Terrible protection up front. But nonetheless, even with all of that, right there, throw it. He's into his back foot. Let it go. Get the ball out of your hands. Got an opportunity on that particular play. And, of course, this leads to a sack right there. Okay, we can come back. Okay, yep, 5 out again, but an easy concept. Little concept that I call fish because it's a hook and usually a flat or a swing. To this side, corners off. Simple read right here, inside out, off of that guy. Good job by Justin Fields here that he's got a little stick route to the other side where he could read this guy, but he's got soft coverage over here. So in this particular case, he peeks at this guy. This guy doesn't move strong. Instead of reading that 2-on-1 backside, he's just going to take this quick little play right here, which is perfect. But you see, this concept over here, it's an easy completion, one or the other off of that defender. And nice job finding the guy right there. Another easy completion in that situation. Okay, here's another play action play. Okay, so we got a little play action play right here, and then we're going to have a skinny post right off of here. So this is all we're trying to do. There's one linebacker in here trying to get this guy to step up, turn, and hit this right behind him on the skinny. So again, what we get? We got everything. We got him to pull up. Here's the skinny. Justin Fields is already turned and set to throw. Just got to pull the trigger. Just got to pull the trigger right there. Throw it. There's your throw. Put it right on him. We got a shot to make a big play right here. Oftentimes on these, you don't have the opportunity beyond that. And good job here by Cleveland that this guy holds, and then he blitzes late. So he's the guy that ends up coming free because the guard looks at him. He doesn't come. He goes down here to double team on the inside. But there's a throw right there. Pull the trigger, get it out of your hands. Another opportunity that they had, missed. And again, with this offensive line, you don't have a chance to get through to 3 and 4 and all of those different receivers. If the first one's open, you got to be able to take it. All right, so this is another 3rd and long they find themselves in. They're going to run what we call 7 stops here. Okay, 7 stops. We get flats out here to this side. Now, I'm a guy that would say I like to go to the soft corner. We motion down. I like to go to the soft corner because it's easier for him as opposed to the press corner. But you got to pick your poison here, so we'll look at both sides. So this guy moves out with the flat. This guy's got the 7 stop. There's your window. He's looking at it. You got to throw it. You just that's your only opportunity to that side is to throw it. Now, if you went back to this side with the flat, this guy's falling off. You're probably just throwing the flat here on 3rd and long. Probably don't get the first down, but that would be your read. But there he is right there. There he is right there. And again, not that he's wide open, but that's your one throw. You got to throw it at the back of his head. You got to put it right there in that window, and you got a shot right here. And again, just hitch, and then try to take off is another sack. I mean, offensive line, we can say what we want, but there's plenty of time for him to get back. 1, 2, 3, chance for 3 hitches. Just got to let the ball go and hope your playmaker makes a play for you. Okay, so we got another RPO right here. So reading it right here, reading the guys in the box. These guys all come down. We're going to have double slants. This is really well done by Justin Fields. Most times when we do this, everybody wants to jam in this inside slant because this linebacker has moved, does a great job of progressing through this and getting to the easier one, the outside slant, and putting the ball on the money. Really good play by the rookie. Another quarterback read here. So we got the read off of this guy, right? They come down. He can keep it. Another opportunity to get your athlete in space. They put an extra guy there on the edge. So he's going to give this, get a nice little run here off of that. But another quarterback read that was thrown in there. All right, now we're going to have a little play action. Never quite understand the whole play action here, but instead of just letting him roll. So we're going to have a little seal here, and we're going to run this same concept that we talked about on his one of those earlier passes, something we call horn, a hitch, and a corner. Okay, so he's going to come out. So got corner off to this side. So as a quarterback, you've got to turn and think that you're going to get this one right now. So you got to be really quick with this as you're catching it. And again, especially if you're making a play fake, but it's got to be 1, 2, 3, balls out. There you go. You got a cushion of 5 yards right there as he's turning around, which is when this ball has to be thrown. Now, could have been Justin's fault because he wasn't quite quick enough. He went too deep. It could have been because of this protection right here where we've really got to seal this, and this guy starts to come through, forces him deep. Either way, there's an issue with him getting that much depth. So when he finally gets turned, now the cushion is disappearing. So now he's got to work up over the top, and Cleveland actually plays this pretty well. Receiver there in the slot doesn't get a lot of separation, place to throw it, but he does a nice job here. Both of these guys. I think this is Robinson here, sat. Now he starts to push deep and he comes back, and Justin does a nice job staying on the move and staying with that guy and making a completion there late in the game. But opportunity was there right now. Got to come out and be quick on this. Boom, ball's got to be out. Ball's out. We got an easy completion over there, and we're set up for a second or a third and short type situation. But nice play continuing this thing on. All right, now we're just going to go with a RPO again. So everybody's blocking, but we're going to put just a solo hitch up to this side. If they load the box, we got 6 blockers. They've got 7 defenders. Go right outside if you got a good look. Boom, he's going right outside. He's going to get that quick completion. Nice decision by him. Just happens to get tipped and knocked away. We'll go one more right here, okay? So this was one of the plays, didn't really work out. A lot of people run this mesh concept where these guys cross in third down and then this guy hooks. They're doing a variation of that where these guys are starting in and running pivots, starting in and running pivots, and this guy's running up over the top. So you're hoping to get man-to-man and one of those 2 guys to win. And again, the only thing that I could say here, and again, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other because, again, he's trying to find his best player on a pivot. But you'll notice 1, 2 underneath defenders over here, 1, 2 underneath defenders over here. But we've only got 1 receiver there where we've got 2 over here. So over here, he's going to take the first one. That leaves this guy one-on-one here. Maybe that's your better option just solely by numbers because on this side, this guy knows he's got help to the inside, so he's going to sit on the outside. That's where Justin was looking to go. They squeeze it, try to get up over the top to that crosser there if you can. Nice job stepping up in the pocket here. And again, this is another one of those sacks, situational, but there's time. He steps up, and then he just tries to make a play and is not able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it leads to another sack. Okay, so there is part 1. You tell me. A lot of opportunities there on quick throws, which was what Matt Nagy's plan seemed to be in this game was, yes, we might be getting 5 guys out, but the bottom line is I want to get the ball out of my young quarterback's hands. I want to keep the game simple on him, get it right in front of him, get completions, move the chains, not trying to hold the football against this defensive front and throw the ball down the field. So good approach, bad approach, you guys decide, but I just wanted to show you what I saw at the beginning of the game with Chicago Bears, and I'll come back in the next part and we'll continue on through the game.